Success is simple, it's not easy, right? We said there's three things that we need. We need that desire and that drive to be our best, right? To work with excellence. We also need to develop the know-how, the wherewithal. What do I do? How do I do it? Why do I do it? And we need to develop that in a skill. And the third thing, of course, is we need discipline, consistent action. Act on what we know. Guys, today we're going to talk about that know-how in terms of the sales process, okay? And I want to let you know, the sales process is simply our Google map to the sale. That's all it is. So I want to just give you an example. We've all used Google Map, true, right? All right, so what do? First thing you do, Google Map says what? You are here, right? This is where you are right now. And then, of course, it asks you, where do you want to go, right? So you type in, here's where I want to go. This is my destination. This is my goal. I want to go there. And what does Google Map do? Obviously, it gives you a route. And it tells you, if you're here and you want to go here, this is the best route you can take. And if you follow this route, you will end at your destination. Makes sense, right? Now, the sales process is our Google map to the sale. So let's just take a look at it using the car sale, right? So what do we start with, guys? Right? We start with guy drives in, a buyer drives in, and we're starting right here. Where are we now? The buyer drives in and I go out to greet them, right? That's where I am. Now, I want to talk just a second about the buyer. How do we know they're a buyer? Without getting into the details of the metrics, we already know that the data shows before the buyer comes in, they spent 16 hours online, right? They have done their research. They have decided, I'm interested in this model. As a matter of fact, most people only shop 1.3 new car dealerships to 1.6 physically shop. They do most of their shopping online, right? And they're in the market for about 63 days before they end up buying something. So when somebody comes in and drives in, why are we calling them a buyer? Because they're here. They're here. They want to buy something we have and they'd like to buy it from us if possible. Guys, we're a finalist, right? So that's where we're starting. So where are you now? You're talking to a buyer. Now, where do you want to go? In other words, where's your destination? And quite simply, guys, our destination is this. Our destination is the sale, right? We want to make a sale when they leave here today. But is that a clear enough destination? Guys, here's what I want to tell you. We don't want to just make the sale, but we want to make the sale with excellence. In other words, I want to make the sale and do it in such a way that I also hold on to a fair profit. This isn't the Red Roof Inn here. This is the Hilton, right? You're not just going to have a good night's sleep. We're going to give you the luxury. And so I don't want just the sale. I want a fair profit on that sale. And guys, the profit and the sale will all be lost if I alienate the customer or I don't feel good about it. So the third part of our end goal is an excited, loyal lifetime customer and an excited, loyal lifetime employee. Does that make sense? So the Google map is, where are you? Where do you want to go? And of course, says, how do you get there? And the sales process does the same thing, guys. And we've outlined step by step, turn-by-turn directions what the best of the best are using to consistently sell more cars, hold more profit, and of course do it in a way that creates excited, loyal lifetime customers. All right, now let me just break this down real simply for you guys. And basically there's three parts to the sales process. And basically we're trying to sell ourselves, right? We need them, build some relationship rapport. They have to like us, to listen to us, and to trust us, right? They have to value us as pros. And then we have to sell the car. And of course, guys, they've got to value the car. They've got to say, this is a great buy. They have to desire the car. I want this car. And they have to commit to buy the car. And of course, there's the numbers. And that's basically the third part of the sale where we reach a win-win agreement on numbers. And that really means a first pencil close, right? Where it makes sense to them and they're happy and they say, yes, I'll take it. Those are the three parts of the sale. And I'll tell you something. I'm going to add a fourth one today, guys, for you. And this is really selling the self, the car, and the numbers. But once the deal's done, we really want to sell the ongoing relationship, don't we? And so the last part of the sales process, the delivery and follow-up, has to do with that, and we'll talk more about that later. But that's our sales process in a nutshell. Now, I want to let you know, why does it we show the sales process with the hill in the middle, right? What is that hill in the middle? Well, every buyer that comes in here has what? 3 fears. And what are these 3 fears, guys? We know what they are. They all fear buying the wrong car. They all fear paying what? Too much. They don't want to pay too much. And of course, they don't want to be pressured or hassled. And so what we're saying is our sales process overcomes these fears and takes us to our destination. I've actually had a salesperson describe it like this. Well, Dave, kind of the beginning of sales is an uphill battle, but once you get up here and they love the car and stuff, like everything's downhill from there. And you know what? They're right. Guys, the more time we spend selling ourselves in the car, the less time we have to worry about selling the numbers, don't we? Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. You can sell cars without the process. This isn't about selling cars. This is about selling more cars for more money in a way that creates excited, loyal, lifetime customers in a way that you feel good about and building your book of business and securing your future.